Just had a few thoughts after doing that. I don't know if, heavy pulling pops a bunch of or brain cells or whatever, but I just think about certain things after PRs, and especially big milestones. This is the first time I've done anything over 800 pounds ever, so it's pretty important to me, and it was easy too. Now it's block pulls with straps. There's lots of things that can be said about it, but breaking those barriers, it's important for you to do that in life. And you can't break barriers if you place restrictions on yourself. If you place limitations on what you can do, then you're never going to break those limitations. And the only way that you really know what your true limit is when you know who you are. Who are you? What's your identity? What are you about? For me, I have an answer for that. Very early on, I was brought up in going to church and in a Christian household. And I remember distinctly, even as a little kid, praying to be the strongest Christian. Now, I didn't mean physically strong when I prayed that prayer, but I wanted to be the best. I knew who I was called to be. My question for all of you out there is, who are you called to be? One of the strongest, physically strong people that's ever lived, I believe, is Samson. The Bible talks about him, and he does a number of amazing feats, things that nobody else had done, and nobody's really done since then. But he had a lot of character flaws, and I remember hearing about this story as a kid, this Bible story, and when I saw Samson, I wanted to be better than him. Even though that he was the strongest that had ever been, I wanted to go beyond what even he had done. I didn't set him as the limitation for what I could be, because I wanted to be something better. What are you supposed to be? Who are you? One of the things that we mess up a lot is we always focus on our weaknesses. Focus on what we're not good at. But I want you to know about something else. The school district of Nebraska did a study in the 50s. And what they did is they took students who were weak in reading about 90 words per minute, and then a group who could read quite a bit better, about 350 words per minute. And they put both of them through a speed reading course. The same course for both groups of people, same teachers, materials, and everything. And guess what happened? The students who were weak in reading got better. They went from 90 words per minute to 150. They almost doubled what they could do. Guess what happened to the students that were already strong in reading over 350 words per minute? They went up to over 3,000 words per minute. They had a 10 times increase in their capability of reading. Now, this tells us that we should play to our strengths, who we are, what we are naturally good at, and not always focus on our weaknesses. Study after study has shown that working to your strengths is far more efficient and effective than playing to your weaknesses. This requires something, though. It requires that we know who we are. And as I understand that requires knowing who you're called to be, who you were made to be. And this is something I want to put out there. This is my philosophy of lifting. This is why I care so much about it. I feel called to be strong. I feel called to do things that other people haven't done before. And it's not because I'm great. It's not because I'm special. It's not because of something good that I've done, but it's because of who I was made to be, who I was called to be. And that's my thought for today. Reject the limits that people place on you, because only you are going to be able to know who you are. Other people can't tell you that. All they can tell you is what other people have done before. Those people weren't you. They didn't have your identity. Learn who you are, and then be who you are.